Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, today we'll go over a new chapter from the book Araabiya Bayna yadayk, and in this chapter we'll come across a lot of new words, so I would strongly recommend you to memorize the meanings of these words. And also inshallah today we'll go through idafa, which is something that we have previously spoken about. And inshallah today we'll go through it in more detail. And idafa is basically it shows relationship between two nouns, and the first noun being the mudaf and the second being the mudafun ilayhi majroor. But inshallah when I come across an example, then I will go through it in more detail. Khair. So al-wahdatu al-rabi'a, the fourth chapter. Al-hayatu al-yawmiyya. Hayat means life, like Allah says in the Quran, الذي خلق الموت, he who created death, والحياة, and life, ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا, to test which of you is better in action. اليومية, يوم means day, so الحياة اليومية, the daily life. And now to the first conversation. الحوار الأول, the first conversation. انظر واستمع وأعد, look and listen and repeat. حوار بين طارق وطاهر, conversation between طارق and طاهر. متى تستيقظ, متى, when, تستيقظ, you wake up. متى تستيقظ, when do you wake up? أستيقظ عند الفجر, أستيقظ, I wake up. عند, at the time of. Now this word can also mean at the place of as well. So if I was to say أسكن عند المسجد, I live at the place or near the mosque. So you have to translate this word in the context of the sentence. So it can mean at the time of or at the place of. Obviously in this context it means at the time of, because the question is in regards to time as well. So أستيقظ, I wake up. عند, at the time of. الفجر, the morning prayer. أستيقظ عند الفجر, I wake up at the time of Fajr prayer, the morning prayer. أين, where, أين تصلي الفجر, أين, where, تصلي, you pray, الفجر, the morning prayer. أين تصلي الفجر, where do you pray the morning prayer? أصلي الفجر في المسجد, أصلي, I pray, الفجر, the morning prayer, في المسجد, in the mosque. أصلي الفجر في المسجد, I pray the morning prayer in the mosque. هل تنام بعد الصلاة? هل, this is اسم استفهام, it's a questioning word. It transforms the sentence into a question. So the sentence says تنام, you sleep, بعد, after, الصلاة, the prayer. هل تنام بعد الصلاة? Do you sleep after prayer? لا, لا أنام بعد الصلاة. لا, no, and then there's a فاصلة, there's a pause. لا أنام, I don't sleep. بعد, after, صلاة, the prayer. لا, لا أنام بعد الصلاة. No, I don't sleep after prayer. ماذا تفعل بعد الصلاة? ماذا, what, تفعل, you do, بعد, after, الصلاة, the prayer. ماذا تفعل بعد الصلاة? What do you do after prayer? أقرأ القرآن. أقرأ, I read, القرآن, the Quran. أقرأ القرآن, I read the Quran. ومتى تذهب إلى المدرسة? ومتى, and when, تذهب, you go, إلى, to, المدرسة, the school. ومتى تذهب إلى المدرسة? And when do you go to the school? أذهب, I go, الساعة, at the time of, السابعة, 7. أذهب الساعة السابعة, I go at 7 o'clock. هل تذهب بالسيارة? هل, again, it's a questioning word, so it transforms the sentence into a question. تذهب you go by السيارة car. هل تذهب بالسيارة؟ Do you go by car? لا, no, فاصلة, so there's a pause. أذهب, I go. بالحافلة, by bus or by coach. لا, أذهب بالحافلة. No, I go by bus. So now that's the end of the conversation. So now that we have translated the conversation, what we'll go through is we'll go through the translation, we'll go through the conversation again, inshallah, and this time we'll point out some of the basic Arabic grammar rules that we're coming across, inshallah. So now here, mata, this is ism istifham, it's a questioning word, and it questions in regards to time. So it's called ظرف zaman. So it questions also only in regards to time. So that's why when we answered it, we said عند means at the time of, because we know the question is in regards to time. And تستيقظ, this is فعل مضارع, ضمير مستتر تقديره أنت, which basically means that it's a present tense verb and it has a hidden pronoun, and that hidden pronoun is you. So you don't have to say متى أنت تستيقظ, because the word أنت is already within the verb تستيقظ. Again here, and also this is جملة فعلية. Why? Because the first ism that we come across is a questioning word, so we kind of negate that, and then the second is a fa'al, and also it's a question, and like we said before, if the answer to the question is a fa'al, and obviously this is a jumla fa'aliyah because it begins with a verb, and it begins with a fa'al, then the question has to be jumla fa'aliyah as well. So it's a verbal sentence or verbal question, and then the sentence over here is also جملة فعلية because it begins with a فعل. So أستيقظ, this is فعل مضارع ضمير مستتر تقديره أنا, which basically means that it's a present tense verb and it has a hidden pronoun, and that hidden pronoun is I, and that's why you said I wake up. أستيقظ عند. Now this, like I said before, it has two meanings, and the meanings are dependent on the question, on the context of it. So it can either mean at the time of or the place of. So it comes in the context of ظرف مكان أو ظرف زمان, and also this is a special مضاف. Now, like I said at the beginning of the sentence, we'll go through beginning of this video that we'll go through إضافة, and إضافة basically shows relationship between two nouns, and here we have عند, which is a mudaf, and al-fajri, which is mudafun ilay. Now, إضافة, basically, the easiest way to understand إضافة is to be able to identify when you come across an إضافة. And the easiest way to identify it is that you have to look for your mudaf first. Any ism that you come across in any conversation, as long as you can find the mudaf, and the way to find the mudaf is that the mudaf will never have an alif lam and it will never have a tanween. And once you find the mudaf, then you look for the mudafun ilay. And just because you find the mudaf doesn't mean that this is a idafa, because an idafa consists of a mudaf and a mudafun ilayhi majroor. So first find your mudaf, and once you find a mudaf, then look for your mudafun ilayhi majroor. So in here, obviously this word عند is a noun, it's an ism. It doesn't have an alif lam and it does not have a tanween. It's not عندن, it's عند. So we know that 100% that this is a mudaf. Now that we have identified the mudaf, we look for the mudafun ilayhi majroor. And obviously this has a kasra, so we know for a fact that this is a mudafun ilayhi majroor. Now we can surely say that this عند الفجر is an idafa. And by that we mean that these two words are connected. And when we know that these two words are connected, when we translate it, we show that relationship between them. So we say أستيقظ, I wake up, عند الفجر, at the time of prayer. So these two are connected when we are translating it. So I hope that makes sense. And just like I said, a lot. You know what? When I was going through idafa at the beginning, a couple of years ago, it was quite confusing for me because I was going through books which showed that okay, the first noun is being possessed, the second noun is the possessor, and they were going into too much detail, and in trying to understand it, I kept confusing myself. But what I think is what I think that the easiest way to understand idafa is to be able to identify it. Once you can identify the mudaf ilayhi majroor, then you know that the mudaf is connected, has a relationship with the mudaf ilayhi majroor. That's all you need to know. There's a relationship between the two. Don't worry about one being belonging to the other belongs to this. You just know that there's a relationship between the two. And that's how I translate it. Or that's how it makes sense to me. Anyways, okay, so أين تصلي الفجر? أين, where? Now أين is اسم استفهام, it's a questioning word. تصلي, again, فعل مضارع ضمير مستتر تقديره أنت, it's a present tense verb, and it has a hidden pronoun, and that hidden pronoun is you. Al-Fajr, this is the morning prayer. أصلي, again, is a okay, so this sentence was جملة فعلية because the second word was a فعل, and again it's a question, and the answer to that question is also a فعل. أصلي, I pray, and أصلي is فعل مضارع ضمير مستتر تقديره أنا, as a present tense verb, and the hidden pronoun is I. الفجر, the morning prayer. في is حرف جر, and which means that the word after will become jar majroor. So al-masjidi is jar majroor. Now here, هل تنام بعد الصلاة? هل is حرف استفهام, it's a questioning word. تنام is a present tense verb, it's a فعل مضارع. بعد, again, this is a special mudaf, it's a mudaf. Why do we know that it's a mudaf? Because it does not have an alif lam and it does not have a tanween. So now, what do? We look for the mudafun ilayhi. We can't say this is an idafa yet. We have to look for the mudafun ilayhi majroor. Now, once we look at the mudafun, the second noun, and we can see that it's got a kasra, then we know for a fact that, okay, ba'da salati is an idafa. It's both of these two words are connected to each other. They have a relationship between each other. So when we translate it, هل تنام بعد الصلاة? Do you sleep after prayer? So the words are kind of connected to each other when you translate them. And then again, this again is a jumla fi'liya. Why? Because the second word is a fa'l and the first word is a questioning word, so you can negate that. So here we have لا أنام بعد الصلاة. The first la is harf jawab. It's called harf jawab because it is answering in regards to that question. So it negates the question over here. Whereas the second, and then there's a fasila, the comma, and the second la is harf nafi, which means it's negating the verb over here. So it's not in regards to the question, whereas it's in regards to the verb over here. So anamu means I sleep, la anamu, I don't sleep. So that's what it's doing. And again, ba'da salati is the same as over here. It's this ba'da is mudaf, as-salati is mudafun ilayhi majroor. ماذا تفعل بعد الصلاة? ماذا, what? Again, this is اسم استفهام. تفعل فعل مضارع ضمير مستتر تقديره أنت, the present tense verb, and it has a hidden pronoun, and that hidden pronoun is you. بعد الصلاة, again, بعد is مضاف, الصلاة is مضاف إليه مجرور. How do we know that? Because بعد does not have alif lam at the beginning of it, and it does not have a tanween, so we know that it's a mudaf. And الصلاة comes as a majroor form, so this is a it comes as a kasra, it has a kasra, so it's majroor, and so we know that it's an idafa. أقرأ القرآن. أقرأ is it's a فعل مضارع ضمير مستتر تقديره أنا, which basically means again it's a present tense verb and it has a hidden pronoun, and that hidden pronoun is I. So أقرأ means I read, القرآن, the Quran. ومتى تذهب إلى المدرسة? Again, متى is, wow is حرف عطف. It basically means that sometimes you use the word to start a sentence. So wa is just to start the sentence. متى is اسم استفهام, it's a questioning word. تذهب is فعل مضارع. إلى is حرف جر. المدرسة is جار مجرور. أذهب again فعل مضارع. الساعة السابعة, they're both nouns, and as you can see, الساعة has alif lam at the beginning, and السابعة has alif lam at the beginning. الساعة is mansub because it has a nasb, and السابعة has mansub because it has a nasb. And الساعة is mu'annath, so السابعة is also mu'annath, and they're both feminine, which basically means that this is mawsuf and sifa. If all the grammar, the i'rab of one noun matches the i'rab of the second noun, then we know that this is mawsuf and sifa. Mawsuf is the first noun, sifa is the adjective that is describing the mawsuf. هل تذهب بالسيارة؟ هل is حرف استفهام, is a questioning word. تذهب فعل مضارع. ب is حرف جر. السيارة جار مجرور. لا, again, this is حرف جواب, which means that it is negating the question on top. So it's in regards to the question on top, and it says no, and then there's فاصلة, there's a pause, and then he says أذهب فعل مضارع ضمير مستتر تقديره أنا. ب is حرف جر. الحافلة or حافلة is coach or bus. So لا, no. أذهب بالحافلة, I go by bus. So I hope that made sense. There's a lot of information to take in, but I tried my best to simplify it as much as possible. And I hope you guys have actually learned something. And if you have, then please do share it with your friends and family. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.